23 hours, 13 achievements, 10 playthroughs, multiple resets. I could beat the toughest difficulty in any game, but speedrunning is my greatest kryptonite. 12 out of 13 achievements are unlocked by completing the game. After my first playthrough with no guides, my total playtime was about 6 hours. Braid speedrun is a challenge to complete the game within 45 minutes. It wasn't about my knowledge to solve puzzles, it was about the ability to execute and complete levels within minutes. This is how I conquered Braid speedrun and completed all the achievements. World 2 is pretty harmless, until it wasn't. I'd arrived at the first skill check of the run, 2-4. This has multiple points of failure and not much leeway for poor execution. Failure to stick the landing will result in a restart. After 8 attempts at this single jump, I had major concerns of fumbling late into my run, much like the 49ers in the playoffs. Despite the rocky start, I still ended the world under the recommended time at 3 minutes 41 seconds. Not a great start, but not a run I was ready to reset. World 3 had multiple levels that ruin early game runs. 3-5 is another level that could screw me over. When learning the speedrun, I learned that nearly all the setups gave me one opportunity. Failure to jump on this monster is a restart for the run. Following this is 3-6, a level that especially punishes sloppy movement. Multiple unsuccessful runs have died here because I forgot the setup. If I rewinded time at all, this puzzle would be inaccessible and it's time to restart. 3-7 is the final challenge of this world. Time and time again, I failed to capitalize on killing the boss. This boss will steal your time like the evil blackjack dealer steals my money. Instead of getting lucky, I took matters into my own hands and abused the time reversal, like I do to my liver on Friday evenings. With World 3 down and a time of 10 minutes 54 seconds, my confidence continued to grow. World 4 had some of the trickiest puzzles for me to figure out. I dread returning to this world every playthrough. One mistake and it was another failure, just like my parlays. Reaching 4-7, I was almost out of the woods. The toughest challenge laid ahead of me. You'll likely have realized that by walking backwards, the world resets. The problem is that I need this key. If I walk backward with it, the key escapes my grasp. In a perfect world, I would be able to steal this key. Unfortunately, I failed that, but with some pure luck, the game threw me a bone and I saved the key. Despite my mistake, I had a run at 17 minutes and 4 seconds, and I had gotten through the hardest puzzles. Entering into World 5, I felt confident so far. It almost felt like I could beat this speedrun. Previously, I was able to consistently beat World 5 without wasting precious seconds. Upon entering 5-4, my brain decided to forget how controls work, and I missed the monster, causing me to repeat. I ended up wasting a solid 40 seconds on one setup, triggering flashbacks to my previous failures. Following that shameful display, I forgot the setup for this puzzle in 5-5 and lost 32 seconds trying to get this right. Reaching 5-6, the stress started to kick in. I was well under time, but I had to face the most annoying part of this world. The setup to preemptively drop chandeliers is something I never properly studied. Just like my high school maths class, I decided to wing this test. I also failed high school maths. The question is if I would fail or if I would pass. Surprisingly, I managed to power through and I had a run of 24 minutes and 18 seconds. I was on to the final choke point, World 6. By this time, the stress was getting to me. I played through 6-2 and forgot to slow down time. A costly 47 seconds down the drain. 6-4 is one of the largest skill checks. Failing this late in the run again would break me. I practiced this level repetitively as this ruined my last attempt. By pure luck, I had managed to slow down the cannonball enough to grab this puzzle piece. I had 6 minutes to get through this. That sounds like a lot of time, but I still had 3 rooms to go. Patiently waiting, I managed to pull off the setup for this first try, grabbing the puzzle piece without throwing my controller across the room. In 6-6, I was faced with my biggest dread. These shifting platforms waste more time than Instagram Reels, and I only had 3 minutes left. If I failed here, the run would be over. My previous failure was a lesson I didn't forget. I managed to pull it off first try. By the end of World 6, my run was at 35 minutes and 13 seconds. This was it. World 1 went off without a hitch. No gimmicks. It's just about getting the job done. All I had to do was get through the final run. 0 mistakes made, unlike last time. It seemed like I might be able to pull this off. Usually I don't try to finish early, but this time it was a happy ending. My time was 40 minutes and 15 seconds. I knew I had done it. After reaching the end of the game, my final time was 40 minutes and 51 seconds. Last time it was 47 minutes. I managed to improve by 4 minutes and 9 seconds. The run was over. But the game wasn't. I still had one more world to complete. The final achievement is for completing the commentary puzzles introduced in the Anniversary Edition. I was free of the stress to play perfectly and instead questioned my own intelligence as I couldn't solve these for a good couple of hours. The puzzles weren't mind-melting, but they definitely stumped me. After more hours, Braid was conquered. I had gotten all the achievements. Unlike my nights at the casino, I left a winner. Thank you for watching. This video was a bit different as a lot of achievements were quite straightforward. If you like this video format more than reviews, be sure to let me know. Feel free to also drop your favorite puzzle game so I might give it a go. Don't forget to vote in the poll for the next game I play.